Welcome to Imprint, a podcast about creating a home and life you love. I'm Natalie Walton, an interior designer, stylist, and best-selling author focused on an holistic approach to homes. Each week, I'm sharing insights and interviews about the creative process to help you enhance both your interiors and well-being, as well as provide you with the tools and resources to make considered and sustainable choices with all that you create. So often we are told to set goals in the new year, but I always think that's actually too late. I want you to rethink how you plan your goals and your time. I always set my goals and take massive action in the last months of the year. It means that I'm going to start the new year on the front foot. And it also means that I get the chance to enjoy the Christmas break and the summer holidays. I've already then done the important groundwork, and it means that I'm ready to start the new year with a tool belt full of strategies and plans to make the new year the best one yet. So what about you? Are you ready for 2023 to be your best year yet? Are you ready to end this year on a strong note and gain the necessary skills and strategies so you can live your best life? That's what we're going to be talking about in this episode. I'm going to share 5 reasons why it's not too late to believe in yourself and your dreams. And the timing is, not surprisingly, perfect or excellent, as long-time listeners will know that I don't like the word perfect. But either way, it's a great time to talk about this topic because today is the last day to enroll in the Styling Masterclass. If you've been listening to the podcast and you've been listening to it for a while and have loved all of the valuable content that I've been sharing in this week in particular, but also, the many episodes that I've shared with you so far, and you resonate with me and the way that I approach creating authentic interiors and also creating a purpose-driven business, well, today is your last chance to enroll in the Styling Masterclass for the year. And the last time it will also be offered at this price. So if you want to beat the price rise, join now. Go to nataliewalton.com/the Styling Masterclass or click on the link in the show notes. And I can't wait to help you create beautiful and authentic and meaningful interiors with clarity and confidence. Welcome to Imprint. Well, this is the last episode in this bonus week of content. I hope that you've been enjoying it and getting a lot of value out of these episodes. And today we're going to talk about why it's never too late. And often it's helpful to look at the flip side of this coin, which is why right now is the best time to take action. Why? Well, quite simply, it's good to ask yourself, what are you waiting for? So here are 5 reasons why it's not too late to create the home and life you want. The first reason is if you take action now, you can finally feel confident. You can finally learn how to create a vision for your home and life and stop second-guessing yourself along the way. Because what happens is that when you learn how to create a vision the right way, that's when you get results. Because this is not just about getting images on Pinterest or using Canva to create a mood board. You need to learn to do it the right way. And when you get your vision right, you'll feel so much more confident about all of your decisions going forward. I saw this very recently with a client that I was working with. And she had worked with an architect, she had worked with a different interior designer, and she was just swimming around in indecision. And, she had mood boards and she had a Pinterest board, but the problem was that she hadn't approached it by creating her vision the right way. You need to learn that what you want to feel in your space is key. And there are some key elements that you need to include in your vision board that's really just repinning somebody else's images. That's not going to get you there. So this is a foundational step to really helping you to feel confident. And as I said, once you get it, then all of the other decisions then will start to flow much more easily. It's really important to do that. Now, the second reason why right now is the best time to take action is because if your home is important to you, and I trust it is because you're here and this podcast is all about creating a beautiful home and a beautiful life. If it's important to you, then if there's any doubt in your mind that you're not quite sure what to do and how to do it, then you need to understand that there is a very clear process to learning how to elevate and transform spaces. And this process can be learnt, because what it comes down to is that confidence is something that you don't actually need. What you need is a process. And when you follow a process, you will actually get the confidence. They go hand in hand. And styling is more than fluffing cushions. Styling is actually an art and a science that will help transform your home and get the results that you really want. So you can't just keep living in this indecision of, I would like this, but, and then you start to list all these reasons why you're not going to do something. Well, you're never going to get the result that you want if you're always saying, but, and then follow the reason after that. You will only get the result when you actually take the step to learn something, to learn a process and follow through. And the best way to do that is to actually learn the right process. And there, as I said, there is a whole art and science to it. It is one thing to, read about styling or read about interiors or listen on a podcast, but the only way that you're going to get the results and learn the process is to actually move into action and put these ideas and these concepts and this theory into practice, because the two parts of your brain will start to come together in a really beautiful and powerful way. And that is what you get when I teach in the Styling Masterclass, this process of combining your left brain and your right brain. And there are so many different theories. I mean, there's the theory of the golden triangle, and this applies to styling any space. You want to make sure that you're embracing the principles of the golden triangle and the golden ratio into your spaces. If you don't have that, then you won't be able to create interiors that feel right. The third reason why right now is the best time to step into the home and life that you want is that you don't want to waste any more time, because you've already wasted so much time. How much time have you spent thinking that I'm going to do X, Y, Z? I want to do X, Y, Z, but you haven't actually taken any action. And the thing is that you can waste so much time either in indecision, where you sort of think you're going to do it, or you're trying to decide, or you can actually waste a huge amount of time where you're kind of trying to teach yourself by Googling everything on the internet. And what happens when you do that is you actually get decision fatigue, because you're having to make all these tiny little micro decisions along the way and trying to piece different bits of information. Now, every time you switch tasks, it takes your brain 20 minutes to recover. So when you're starting to flick, from your phone to looking at something on the internet to then trying to do X, Y, and Z, you're actually wasting a phenomenal amount of time. And that, of course, is wasting your money, because, you could be doing far better things with that time and earning more money for your business or whatever else that you could be doing with it. Now, trying to piece things together this way is really not a great way to go. And the reason I know this is because I have tried to do this with other areas of my life. And I have quickly come to the realization that I'm just better off paying to be in a course or a program where I actually learn the proper process. And I have done this for lots of different things. I've done this in relation to productivity and different areas of marketing and different areas of my business. Because, and it's the same when it comes to, health and fitness and all of these things. When you invest your time and you invest your money, you're more likely to show up and really make that money count. Whereas if you're given something for free, you don't actually take action on it. And I see this all the time as well, is that, I've given my course away at times to people for free for a couple of different reasons. They might have given me their course or whatever it is, and we might have done a trade. And when you get something for free, I see this over and over again, is what happens is you don't actually value it the same way as if I had charged the course, say, $10,000. Well, I guarantee you, if I charged my course $10,000 and you did the course at $10,000, you would make sure that you did every single little thing. You would make sure you got every little ounce of drop of value out of that. You would show up differently. And that's what happens when you sort of try and piece all this information together free on the internet. You don't actually value it as the same way as when you make an exchange value of money. And when you make an exchange value of money, you show up differently. You really do. And I know I do this myself. I show up differently. There's some courses that I've paid and it's kind of made me kind of wince a little bit, the amount that I've paid for them. But, I make sure that when I do those courses, I really show up and I'm going to get every little ounce of value out of them because, I'm not just buying a course. I'm buying an identity shift. I'm becoming the next version of myself. I'm becoming, an elevated version of myself. And that's what can happen when you actually invest in yourself. The fourth reason why now is a good time to invest in yourself and the life that you want and the home that you want is that you will finally have a home that you can love as soon as you step through the front door. Because what happens is that in the styling masterclass, we have weekly room by room challenges, and this will move you from dreaming and wishing and wanting into actual action, which will bring your ideas to life. Because as I said, you need to make sure that you're doing something to stop yourself from just thinking about something, but to actually move into action. The only way you're going to get any kind of improvement is with action. As I said, reading and listening will only get you so far. And when you join a program or you do something that helps keep you accountable, you will actually go through the process. And that's why challenges can be so powerful, because it just keeps you accountable. Otherwise, it's something that just will keep getting pushed back on your calendar. And I want you to just think for a moment. This is a really powerful exercise. I want you to think about where you will be in 3 months' time, which will pretty much take us into the new year. I mean, we started this, conversation talking about what is your year going to be like. But I want you to just think, about yourself in 3 months or 6 years, 6 months' time, 6 years too, if you want to do that. And I want you to think, where will you be? How will you be living? What will you be doing if you have taken action towards making a decision to have the life that you want? If you've taken action towards actually believing in yourself and taking action so that you can do the things that are important to you, what will your life look like? How will you feel about yourself? And how will you feel about your home? And I want you to imagine yourself stepping through that front door. And what will your home look like if you've taken action? What will you see? What won't you see? How will you feel as you move through that space? Really think about it. Who do you need to become for that to be possible? Who do you need to evolve into to become the type of person who takes action on the things that are important in your life? It's really important, and it's a really powerful exercise to think about. And the fifth reason why now is the best time to believe in yourself and your home and your life and your dreams is that when you join a group of people who are of like minds and are on the same journey as you, it will propel you into action in a way that nothing else can, because the collective momentum the energy of that will move you forward. When you are trying to do something by yourself, it can feel lonely. It can feel hard. You don't know who to ask. You don't know what to do. And you're constantly second guessing yourself. When you're in a group of people who are moving forward and going through the same exercises and who are working towards the same kind of goals and the same kind of life, you have got this immediate support network and group and this energy around you that is propelling you forward. And it shows you that anything is possible. You stop feeling and second guessing yourself. You stop feeling like, I don't know if I can do this, because you see the evidence around you. And confirmation bias is real. When you see other people achieving the things that you want to achieve, then you know that it's possible. And it really is. And that's the reason why it's never too late. Because there are so many things that you can do to make the home and the life that you want possible. And so today is really an opportunity for you to end this year on a good note. And I'm going to share a favorite quote from James Clear, which is in Atomic Habits. This is what he wrote. All big things come from small beginnings. The seed of every habit is a single, tiny decision. So this is a little reminder for any of you who have big dreams for yourself, your home, your life. We often think that we make those dreams come true with big and dramatic action, but often it's a small step. It's saying yes to something that's important to you, or a step in the right direction. So today I'm encouraging you to say yes to something that's important to you and a step in the direction of the life and the home that you want to create. So right now, you can give yourself the gift of learning a skill for life, one that will not only enhance your home, but the possibilities for your life too. Go to nataliewalton.com/the styling masterclass and make it happen. I can't wait to see you there. All of the links and info for this episode are at nataliewalton.com/podcast. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can get a direct download of the latest episode. And I really appreciate when you take a minute to rate and review, as well as share the love with someone you know who might benefit from this episode, or on social media. If you'd like to access a range of free resources, come visit my website, nataliewalton.com. Thank you to Jaeger Media for producing this podcast. And I would also like to acknowledge the people of the Bundjalung Nation where it was recorded, and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. I look forward to connecting again soon. I'm Natalie Walton, and you've been listening to Imprint.